Hello everybody, barbecuing time is here. I about ran out of my stuff here, so I'm going to try to make some more from scratch and come up with my own custom blend, because the store that I'm getting from this has scaled it down and they've got just a little can like that that's the same size, but they didn't have any, so I'm not even left with that option. So I wanted to show you what I was going to do to make the best steak seasoning I've ever tasted for beef steaks. It's perfect to come out every time. And then we're going to have a little surprise to show you how to do them if you're cooking pork or chicken. So first off, I write everything down. It's important to write your stuff down in case it doesn't taste exactly like you like it when you're having dinner. You can always go back and change it. But what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 teaspoons of sea salt. And I've got an empty container that I got like this minced onion in. So I'm going to use that to combine everything and make up my own blend, and I'll put my own little custom label on there that lets me know what I've got in there. So anyway, we're going to do 5 teaspoons of the sea salt. We'll do 5 teaspoons of this black coarse pepper. And this stuff is a lot more expensive than regular pepper, so if you want to save a little bit, maybe put 2 or 3 teaspoons of that in, and then just regular, cheaper black pepper if you want. This is the really good stuff here. It's anti-inflammatory and good for you. It's granulated garlic. Now, this brand here had roasted garlic, which I wish I could get, but I couldn't find any of that yesterday. If you don't, this is granulated garlic, which I thought would be close, or you could just use garlic powder. This is the secret ingredient here. This minced onion is wonderful, and also I like a little bit of an edge on it, so I'll put just 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Okay, we'll get here mixing stuff here. Do 5 of the granulated sea salt. What happens is, you can see this stuff is all spilling out here. So what I like to do is keep a sheet of paper around. When we're all done here, we'll just wipe everything off on this and funnel it back in there so we don't get it all over the floor. So anyway, take a tab off of there. Man, that smells good. It smells really good. So now we're going to show you what I was talking about here. We'll just put 2 teaspoons of the regular fine ground pepper in there. And then this coarse really sets off a steak. When you get one of those coarse pieces of pepper, it really makes a steak good. We'll do 3 of those. More on that, so that's 5 for a total on the pepper. Black pepper is supposed to be anti-cancer, and I think it's really good. Antioxidants, garlic. Mix it up yourself like this, and then you know that you're not getting any preservatives or anything you don't know about. You know you're not going to get monosodium glutamate in it. I'm going to put 5 of these in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. making nice little layers in there. We'll shake it all around and in that. Take it, lid off of there. We're going to do 5 teaspoons of this minced onion. And boy, that is wonderful on beef or pork. Both garlic and onion have got allicin in them, which is a great anti-inflammatory. And the flavor is just to die for. Add a little bit for good measure. Ooh. And I like a little bit of an edge on even my beef steaks, but I won't use much of this since I am cooking for others. But I will add just about whole thing, one teaspoon of the red pepper on there. And that's our base for cooking up beef, and there we go. Got all of our ingredients in there. We'll shake it around real good. And looky there. It doesn't look exactly the same as this stuff, but it's real close. Real close. Like I say, this is just regular granulated garlic in this. I wish that I had some roasted garlic. That's actually got a better taste. So that is what you need for beef. However, today I'm going to be breading up some pork chops, boneless pork chops that I got. They were on sale. And with pork, I like to do a little bit of different flavor to stuff. So what I'm going to do to this base mix that I've got here for beef, since I'm doing pork today, and I'm going to do a bunch of them. So I'm going to take this, and what I like to add for pork is 3 tablespoons of chili powder to that. This is my pork recipe. You can do this with chicken too, and I wouldn't use chili on the chicken though. And paprika. Paprika puts a nice color. That's what gives you the color on a lot of your barbecue seasonings. We're just going to use a big old heaping teaspoon of paprika in there. Put the lid back on here and shake it all around. And now that looks really close to this. In fact, I think, and that's it, except I'm thinking, except for the chili powder, I'm thinking they put paprika in here, and that's giving me that red color. Something that's good, and it just depends on how you're doing your chicken. Do the base just like we did for the beef, and then there's all kinds of stuff depending on what kind of chicken you're making. You can put some Caribbean jerk seasoning, lemon pepper seasoning. You can go a couple teaspoons lighter on the pepper if you use that. Add a little bit of turmeric, maybe a little bit of cumin. Cumin gives it that taco flavor. This is kind of good sometimes to just add separate, like on hamburgers. It's good. Can throw a little bit of tarragon, sweet basil in there. The one thing for chicken that I'm missing here, I didn't have any, I didn't realize I was out of it, but that is rosemary. This combination right here with rosemary is excellent for chicken parts just on the grill. And if you want to really flavor it up like that, just get some Caribbean jerk seasoning and then top it off on the grill. So anyway, maybe I'll give you a shot of when I put the Italian breadcrumbs and use this up on these pork chops later.